morning, everyone. So lately, my YouTube recommendations, I've been getting a ton of videos from Korean food content makers, and I've been noticing that a lot of them make, first of all, really delicious recipes, but also recipes including rice flour and glutinous rice flour. So out of curiosity, I've bought some glutinous rice flour, and today I'm going to try out a recipe that I saw. I'm going to be making a dairy-free version of the milk rice cakes that I've seen with almond milk. So yes, let's go. And then to that I added the almond milk. It was 200 milliliters, which is between 3/4 cup and a full cup of milk. Then I turned the heat up to low heat, which for mine was around 3, and then I started to stir vigorously. Break up all of the clumps of the cornstarch so it's as smooth as possible, like this. Once you can see the smoke rolling off the sides of the pan, then little lumps will start to form, and then just look, gradually lumps will begin to form and it'll start to become more solid. When it starts to stick to itself in the pan, so it cleans itself, take it out of the pan and add it to a plate. Before it cools fully, you should try to manipulate it into a prettier shape, but I'm not really the best with that sort of thing. You see, I'm literally eating it while I'm doing it, so I wish the best luck to you. Eventually, I gave up trying to make it pretty and just skipped straight to the step of cooling it in the fridge. It was still extremely sticky, so I combined powdered sugar and cornstarch into a bowl and decided to use that to help me form this mochi rice cake into a better, more pretty shape. Eventually, I just decided to cut it into fourths, which would hopefully be better to manipulate. First I attempted to roll them into balls, but after they came out looking like this, I decided to push them back into the shape of rectangles. Lastly, I tried to decorate them by dipping 2 of them in the powdered sugar and cornstarch mix, then dipping the other 2 in a mixture. I just added some cocoa powder to that mixture to bring some color, I guess. So if you were wondering why, when you first clicked on this video, why the thumbnail wasn't the finished product, it's because the finished product is kind of ugly. It's not quite as pretty as I intended it to be because I'm just had trouble shaping it. Before I try, I'm going to go over the mistakes I think that I made. Obviously this is my first time making anything like this, my first time working with glutinous rice flour. So, I think I did okay for my first time. I mean, what I've got in front of me is, I guess, in Japan it'd be mochi, in Korea it'd be some form of rice tok. Anyway, I shouldn't have kept the ratio of milk to almond milk. completely the same because almond milk has a lot more water than real milk does. So in using almond milk as a direct substitute for milk, I put too much water into this, so now it's too sticky. And I also think that my heat was a bit too high, so parts of the dough cooked faster than other parts, so then that makes it a little bit lumpy. See, if you look, like right here, this part's a bit harder than like this squishy part on the bottom. It really is very tasty though. And the almond flavor does add to it. It does taste really good. It's just really, really squishy. That's why I had to use the cornstarch powdered sugar mix. I'm going to try one of the chocolate ones. This one had less of the overcooked chunky parts in it. So it was much more of an even bite, and it's really nice that way. But, like I said, I mean, it tastes good. Looks kind of ugly. It's a little lumpy in some parts, but it tastes good. I hope to make more recipes with my glutinous rice flour since I have plenty more left. And I hope to learn more and present something better than this. So yes, thank you, bye. Alright y'all, finally did some of the research that I should have. The glutinous rice flour that I bought isn't typical glutinous rice flour. It's mochiko, which is usually used for more chewy Japanese mochi, like daifuku. So that's probably what the freak? So it's fuzz, not lice. That's probably another reason that it was really, really chewy. So yeah, I'm literally so stupid, y'all.